I had decided to work within the genre of social realism, which typically follows the themes of crimes being committed and drugs being sold and passed around. By previously analysing posters such as Kidulthood and Bullet Boy, I have condemned upon many narrative conventions, some of which consist of having a leader being positioned in the front/middle part of the camera frame, further enhancing the importance towards the audience of the character being the protagonist of the upcoming film. Following this narrative convention, I use the same convention within my film poster as I position the protagonist of my film trailer towards the front, making him look more dominant towards the other two characters positioned at the back. Furthermore, this also connotes the idea towards the audience of him being the leader of the trailer due to the way he is positioned. This also adheres to the theory of Roland Barthes of Enigma codes, as presenting the protagonist at the front of the poster creates an enigma towards the audience to make them realize he is the leader of the film trailer. Another narrative convention which I found within the Kidulthood film poster was that relationships were also portrayed within the film poster, where a male and female are presented standing closely next to each other. This is also presented within the Kidulthood poster, where on the left hand side the male and female are presented standing closely next to each other. I have therefore used this narrative convention within my film poster, where I have presented the male and female characters presented within my trailer conventionally on the left hand side standing merely close together. Furthermore, this creates an enigma towards the audience as theorized by Roland Barthes. Similarly, another notable narrative convention which I found within the Kidulthood poster was the act of violence being generated through the use of facial impressions on Sam's face in the Kidulthood poster. This is quite conventional within the social realism genre, as a violence convention is also seen on the Adulthood film poster, which is seen with the use of props such as a baseball bat, in this instance presented towards the audience on the floor in front of the characters. This further creates an enigma towards the audience as theorized by Roland Barthes, as it makes them think of violence occurring within the film trailer. This could further entice them to going and watching the film when it's out in the cinemas. Typically, social realism posters such as Kidulthood and 4321 consist of urban landscape locations. Alongside that, the locations also present the idea towards the audience of where the film is based. For example, within the 4321 poster, the city of London is presented behind the actors of the upcoming film, further on giving the audience a glimpse of the location. Within my film trailer, I also used a similar genre convention. This is because I used the council estate block location where I positioned my characters for the film trailer. And for my trailer, I was unable to use the location and base my trailer around that location. However, I did use the conventional location, as council flats represent the working class and are also gritty locations, further emphasizing the syntactic elements of the upcoming social realism film trailer as theorized by Rick Altman. Within my film trailer, I inserted the institutional information below the billing block. I also inserted a billing block, which is another conventional item found within social realism film posters. This is seen within the Kidulthood poster, where the institutional logos and the billing block are positioned at the bottom of the page. Together with that, the billing block provides audiences information on who the actors are within the upcoming film and also who has played a part in the production of the film. I also used the same layout of the Kidulthood poster, where I placed the billing block and thereafter the institutional logos, further following the conventions of a social realism film poster. On my film poster, I used the same colour tone as shown in the Kidulthood poster, the use of a dark black colour developing from the bottom and becoming less gradient to the top. This further creates an enigma towards the audience, as it makes them feel as though something bad is going to occur. This is because the colour black connotes the idea of a sense of mystery. Furthermore, another representation convention which I have used on my film film poster is the type of people that I have used. I used characters that were from a working class background and also characters with a black ethnicity, as this is quite stereotypical to the social realism genre. I use this representation of ethnicity and mixed cultured people as seen in the Kidulthood poster. The characters are mostly young adults, and also on the poster there is a mixed ethnicity of black ethnicity and white ethnicities. The way that the characters are also portrayed is quite stereotypical to the working class, furthermore adhering to the social realism genre. Moving on with the representation conventions, I realised that the characters on the Kidulthood poster were represented as being quite aggressive. This was vibrantly shown with the facial expression of the characters. This is another convention which I used within my film poster, as I portrayed my characters to look quite aggressive, further creating an enigma towards the audience as to why the characters are portrayed like that and what is going to happen next within the film trailer to the main protagonist of the film trailer, as theorized by Roland Barthes. The representation of aggression is further enhanced due to the baseball bat directly pointed towards the main protagonist of the film. This is one of the conventions which I developed from the Adulthood poster. As within the poster, the baseball bat prop was positioned at the bottom on the floor, whereas in my film poster, Walter is pointing the baseball bat towards the protagonist with an aggressive facial expression, which further connotes the idea towards the audience of some type of violence to occur within the film. Looking across social realism posters such as Adulthood, Kidulthood and 4321, I have noticed a very similar cinematography convention, which is that on all the film posters the shot taken is a long cast shot taken from a low angle. Noticing this convention, I therefore used the same shot type for my film poster. This further makes the characters on the film poster look more powerful and also grab the audience's attention, as they are represented clearly with no characters being chopped off. Along with that, looking across again at the Adulthood, Kidulthood and 4321 film posters, I have realised that sans serif font type is commonly used across all film posters. Similarly, I have used the same typography convention within my film poster by using the sans serif font on the Mule film title. As noticed on the Kidulthood poster, a review quote was used presented towards the audience at the top of the film poster. This further grabs the audience's attention and entices them to go and watch the upcoming film. Therefore, after noticing this convention, I have used a review quote on my film poster, which I position at the top of the page as conventionally shown. However, I challenge the unique poster convention by not including a tagline on my film poster. This is to entice the reader with just the image of the film poster and the review quote to go and watch the upcoming film. Overall, summarising my film poster, I've used many conventions which I found within other social realism film posters, mostly within the Kidulthood film poster, as my trailer was quite similar to the storyline based within Kidulthood, which was based around young adults. However, to improve my film poster, I could have inserted a tagline giving away a bit of the storyline, and also could have taken the same shot of my cast again, as this image was quite blurry and was not clear with full contrast.